Since so many people in the United States voted for Donald Trump for president, I'd like to know where all the big celebrations are. The fireworks and the parties and the drinking and cavorting in the streets. I mean, that's a lot of people getting exactly what they want, right?
Yeah, they're all hiding and so quiet. No celebration at all.
Seems like this wokey has been hiding in her basement since the elections, missing out on the real-world celebrations.
So I never really talk about politics on my page, obviously. I feel like there's just such nuance to everything, and I'm such the type of person where I can always try my best to see things from another perspective. I don't think people understand how much this directly impacts me. I'm so scared. I think of all the young trans kids. I think of all the LGBTQ people. I think of all my friends who are just women. And I know that this is like, it's gonna be fine, but it's so scary to think that there are people who just vote for that because they just don't care. They don't care about racism, they don't care about misogyny, they don't care about transphobia, they don't care about homophobia. Like, how can you not care about that stuff? Like, as a human being, what the f is wrong?
No one's buying her woke ideology or those tears. Must have taken several takes to get that crying just right.
I'm surprised that a rifle round making any degree of contact with an ear wouldn't do more damage. I think a shattered piece of shrapnel from a teleprompter is far more likely to have done that to his ear than a rifle round.
That's so silly.
Well, have you seen what rifle rounds do to human bodies?
I know, but like, if it just hit it by the slightest possible degree, it just, you know, it makes much more sense. The guy behind
Well, no, but I do, no, there's no question there were rifle rounds flying. I mean, someone was killed. I'm not debating that at all.
Sam Harris embarrasses himself on national TV, questioning an assassination attempt on Trump, leaving even Bill Maher in disbelief.
So we should have seen this coming. Instead of reaching out with compassion to the people in my city, Los Angeles, for losing everything in the fires, miserable Trump and his cronies are politicizing it, of course, for their own advantage. They're blaming Gavin Newsom, they're blaming the Democrats. Funny, he doesn't blame the red states for hurricanes and tornadoes and floods. No, he's a miserable man out for his own good, and by the way, he doesn't believe in climate change. It's a hoax. So you know what? We are in big trouble.
Blaming Trump for the LA fires? Ironically, it's happening in a predominantly Democrat state. Misplaced blame much?
They just want to take so many of our rights away.
Which one do you think is the most fundamental, outside of the right to choose? Like, what else are we worried about in the next coming 4 years?
That's a hard question because it seems that the scope of what they want to take is so broad that it's hard for me to right now put into words because it's such an emotional time that it's hard for me to just very calmly put these things into like a rational perspective.
Wokies screaming about losing their rights, yet when pressed, they can't specify which ones. Sounds like a baseless panic.
First openly non-binary elected official in Massachusetts history is taking a hiatus from Worcester City Council. They accuse colleagues of transphobia.
And Ben, the counselor says they're taking a month off for emotional and mental safety. Worcester City Councilor at Large Tu Nguyen uses the pronouns they, them. The counselor accuses the mayor and another counselor of referring to them in a way that does not reflect their gender identity. Now, Nguyen has filed a complaint with the city's Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion. An investigation is underway. Last night at the council meeting, Nguyen said they didn't feel safe coming to the council floor.
I have felt unsafe around this council body. I have faced transphobia with being misgendered and recently learned that I have been dehumanized to a point where I'm being referred to as it by my colleagues on this council. Mr. Chairman, you have also misgendered me.
Nguyen referring to the mayor there. All of this came about as the council talked about remote participation in meetings. Councillor Nguyen says they don't feel safe, of course, coming to the council floor. One of the councillors Nguyen accused did issue a statement essentially saying that she referred to the councillor in a way that was an honest mistake, and she apologized. The mayor of Worcester, we were told, did reach out, we were told.
A non-binary elected official takes a month off for being misgendered. Talk about taking things to extremes.
Guys, I messed up. So I had a kid on Monday. They said their pronouns were she, her. Then on Wednesday, yesterday, they came to me and they said, you know what? My pronouns are they, them. I want you in the class to use they, them. Okay, cool, great. They come to class today. There's names on desks in groups for assigned seats. They can't find theirs because I guess my first class knocked it off. So I go to the class. Hey, is she in anyone's group? Does anyone see her name? It took me 5 minutes to realize what I did. So someone asked a question yesterday, what do you do when you mess up? Well, we all mess up. So what I did when they were sitting by themselves, I approached them and said, I screwed up, didn't I? And they said, yep. And I said, I am so sorry. That is completely 100% my fault. I apologize. I will not get it wrong moving forward. Please know I heard you when you told me your pronouns and I will get it right. That was totally my bad. I apologize. So that's what you do. You own it, you apologize. They were happy that I came over to them. They were disappointed in me. I just saw the look of disappointment and I was just so disappointed in myself. But we just get better. We learn, we grow, get better. I will not F it up again.
This teacher's reality and what he teaches our kids might just be worlds apart. Are these the lessons we want?
My name is Dr. Tracy Castro-Gill. My pronouns are they, them. I am a disabled queer Chicanekis educator and scholar in Washington State with my expertise on curriculum and instruction. These are markers that were made illegal recently in the federal government. However, my very presence and humanity is in opposition to that legislation. I want to remind us that George Orwell in his novel 1984 warned us about limiting how we are allowed to define ourselves and our experiences and how that allows fascism to take root. Teachers have historically held the gap between humanity and fascism, often becoming the primary targets of fascist regimes, and we're seeing that play out currently.
Excuse me, can you keep your focus on the provisions of this bill?
Yes.
And may also just ask, you signed in pro.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your testimony?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Yes, and so the fact that teachers have stood in the gap and are the primary targets are why I'm testifying pro, because of the protections for educators. Educators, as we've heard from students, are often the people who foster student identity and development and are currently being targeted and pushed out of their positions because of this fact. I also teach at the University of Washington and hear the curriculum violence and harm and how they're being erased in their K-12 programs, much the way that I and other gender expansive people were erased by Representative McIntyre in this very room today.
Excuse me, ma'am. We don't impugn members. Please proceed carefully.
Thank you. So I ask that we amend the legislation. I am in favor of it, but we amend it to add stronger protections for educators, including existing language in the CCDEI and the Ethnic Studies OSPI framework that provide support for teaching about race and racism.
Thank you.
Non-binary queer teacher unleashes an anti-Trump tirade during a hearing. The classroom or the political arena?
The funniest moment, by far, of the day came when Bernie Sanders started questioning RFK Jr. about a onesie for a baby that said unvaxxed, unafraid.
They are selling what's called onesies. These are little things, clothing for babies. Are you supportive of this?
I've had nothing to do with leadership.
Are you supportive of these onesies?
I'm supportive of vaccines.
Are you supportive of this clothing, which is militantly anti-vaccine?
I am supportive of vaccines. I will. I want good science, and I want to protect.
But you will not tell the organization you founded not to continue selling that product. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Why will you not announce the onesies? Who ordered the onesies? Who did it? Was it you? Was it you? Babies are okay. Oh, they're not great. They're okay. They poop a lot. They wear onesies. I don't like the onesies. These are bad onesies.
Bernie Sanders has a meltdown over onesies. Yes, onesies. You can't make this stuff up.
6 years. 6 fucking years. It took us 6 fucking years to get our citizenship. I know some people need more time. I know some people don't ever get their citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just a kid. We came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him. Because of that stupid, oh my god, stupid fucking felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! I don't want him here anymore. I can't! I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back here until he leaves the house. He's ruining my life, her life, and the lives of every single immigrant in this country!
Why the need to record every meltdown and post it online? Seeking validation or just more views?
That women can do that men can't. Can you tell me something women can't do?
I am done with you.
You can't tell me because there's nothing.
I can, but I refuse to tell you.
You're sitting out here with a sign. So clearly you want to talk.
That women have a place in the White House? I have nothing to say.
They do. It's called the First Lady.
A reporter dismantles a woke feminist with just a few pointed questions. When facts meet fiction, the fallout is must-watch.
This activist was literally left speechless when confronted with reality.
We could set the way for the whole planet by committing to stopping oil.
The problem I have is this idea that the one group of people have decided that they are the ones to save the world. How dare you question us because we know what's right. I'm going to glue my hand to some tarmac and then I'm going to be a martyr and I'm going to be a good person while the rest of us can't get on with our day. I'm more than twice her age, got kids, I've got a job, I've got an elderly mother. We have to get on with our life. I can't afford an electric car. I can't afford a heat pump. Most people can't afford that. It's about ego. There's no doubt that we've had a winter without any protests, but as soon as the sun comes out, it's eco-festival time. And it is a festival. Let's get on social media. Let's advertise to my friends what a great person I am, while the rest, ordinary people who have to go to work, can't get to work.
What's your response? I just can't believe that that's what you're saying.
A wokey climate activist finds herself at a loss for words when confronted with hard facts.
Just hung out with my friends all day and I'm drunk as but why can't people just be cool? Like if someone goes, oh, I go by they, them pronouns. Why can't you just be Gucci? Why does it always have to be some Hi, I go by he, him, she, her, they, them, whatever the I ain't gonna call you that. Why? Why can't you just chill? Why can't you just be Gucci? Why can't you just, okay. Why? What does it take? What the does it take out of you? Nothing. Hi, my name is Rachel. I go by he, him. Oh, I have a problem with that. Shut the up. Why? No, why? Is it affecting you? Why? Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it affecting you? Why can't you call Rachel he, him? Why you acting like it costs money? It's free to be cool. It's free to be decent. You just Rachel wants to be him. Okay, hi Rachel. Okay, bro. Why are you embarrassing your lineage?
The absurdity of pronoun usage pushes one woman to the brink. It's a linguistic labyrinth out there.
Please excuse my hair. I just woke up. Donald Trump was inaugurated at 12, and just a few minutes ago, he has now claimed that there will only be the male and female gender that will be recognized in America. This sets back everything that the trans community has been working for, and we have already not been recognized in this country for centuries. If we remember, gay marriage became legal 10 years ago. We had just earned the right to change our gender on our passports and IDs. Just because I want to identify as a man does not mean I am trying to hurt you. In these next 4 years, you are going to hear the most intense anti-trans propaganda you have ever heard in your entire life. And they're going to strew it in a way that sounds extremely convincing because it will fearmonger. It will fearmonger everyone's insecurities. Please talk to your neighbors, protect your trans community, stay involved, and do not forget us, because history will try to erase us.
Total meltdown over Trump's executive order on recognizing only male and female genders. The debate over gender identity just heated up.
I think it's going to harm a lot of young people, especially. This is supposed to be an inclusive country. This is supposed to be a place where if you that you get to choose your identity. And if that identity is they or them, if that identity is, if you were born a biological male, but you are a woman, then you get to do that here. There are other places in this world, other countries, where you are murdered for that. I thought this was the land of the free. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really disappointed in what he did. I'm already disappointed. And I'm disappointed that this country would allow it.
Sunny can't handle the pronoun identity chaos. When even your allies are puzzled, maybe it's time to rethink.
Are you pissed off?
I'm really pissed off.
All right,
I'm angry.
Tell me, what's your message to straight white conservative men?
Keep your business off my business. So I've got a daughter who's going to have children. I want her to have more rights than I have in what she has right now. She's got less than I did when I was her age.
What rights does she not have?
Besides, well, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. We live in Michigan, and we have Governor Whitmer, and she's fabulous. Yes. So we do have the rights, but what we're talking about is she should have choices. She should. Anything in Project 2025, I canvassed for Michigan against Project 2025, and there's a lot of things in there that people don't know. These young girls need to be aware of what's in Project 2025 because they're coming after your votes. That's what's coming up. All right. That's what I'm pissed off.
Last question for you. Do you have a liberal scream? Do you want to let it out?
I do. Are you ready for it? I'm a hockey mom.
All right, let's hear it. Yes! Yes!
Hockey mom. Sorry, guys.
Wokies claim their rights are being stripped away, yet specifics are missing. Delusion or distraction?
There is no such thing as illegal immigration. Okay. Illegal immigration is a farce.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Undocumented?
Government.
What do you call it? Undocumented?
It's an imaginary line, and you're saying, oh, you didn't come here with your state.
The southern border is not an imaginary.
So that imaginary line you just crossed.
I dare you to cross the Canada
privileged ass white man. How dare you? How dare you?
That was kind of racist.
I'm a privileged white man too. But you know what I'm doing?
You just called me a privileged white man.
You cannot be racist to white people because white people are the dominant race in this country. Full stop.
You were just racist to me.
That's not racist. No, you literally, can you respond to what I just said instead of crying the R word at me?
What do you want me to respond to?
The thing that I just said.
That white people are privileged?
You can't be racist against white people because white people are the dominant race in this country, full stop.
So if you're telling me, shut up, you stupid white person, are you...
Said, that's not what I said.
No, I know. I'm using an example. Say you were to say, shut up, stupid white person. Is that racist? I am!
Borders are just imaginary lines to this walkie. And when out of arguments, the white privilege card is played. Predictable.
You cannot be goth or punk and conservative. Granted, you can be alternative and conservative, but then you're only alternative within your own ranks. You're just cosplaying. Being a goth and being a punk is not about the clothes. It is about your ideologies and who you are as a person here and here. And if here and here are blinded and blocked, by Zionism, by nationalism, by conservatism, then you're just that, blind. And some goth conservatives or punk conservatives, what the fuck is even that, will come and say, well, I listen to the music though. Do you? Because this is how we have people listening to Rage Against the Machine and System of a Down and then voting for Trump. And if you're sitting there wearing all black, listening to your Bauhaus going, wait, but I voted for Trump and I'm goth. No. Congratulations on being the very last true poser. With as watered down as the scenes have become with the pervasiveness of infiltrators here on the internet, how does it feel to be, again, the last true poser?
Who really wants to emulate this yellow-bearded oddity? Standing out isn't always the same as being insightful.
About racism, anti-blackness, or violence. About racism, anti-blackness, or violence. I will use my voice in the most uplifting way possible. I will use my voice in the most uplifting way possible. And do everything in my power to educate my community. And do everything in my power to educate my community. I will love my black neighbors the same as my white ones. I will love my black neighbors.
Liberal antics on full display, proving that sometimes stereotypes about woke follies aren't just made up.
What about, like, so are you anti, like, capitalism, like you don't like people with money and like that?
Well, I mean, the thing...
Because I'm rich as...
Well, I mean...
Do you think if you worked as hard as I was rich as I was, had a house in Nantucket, vacationed on the beach, had beautiful sunsets at the galley, you'd be walking around with a mask on right now?
I'm not going to betray my values for that. I'm not going to build myself up by exploiting other people's labor and, like, push my way to the top that way.
Have you ever been in Nantucket?
No.
A reporter easily trolls a socialist wokey. Turns out, not all debates are created equal.
I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time? You know. And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's...
Time blindness as a mental condition? Sounds more like an excuse to shrug off responsibility. No wonder employers hesitate.
Say it with me.
Let's argue.
Bar, holo.
Are you trying to make a rap now? Okay.
I can.
Let's argue this
point. No, I'm talking about a child that is not born with the HQ.
Let's agree to this.
With the frontal lobe.
Now let's agree to this.
Yes.
Let's agree to this.
I'm talking about catastrophic.
Can we agree on this?
I'm not talking about Down syndrome.
Let's do that. Let's agree.
Okay, so go ahead. Talk about A-low bar holoprophenscephaly.
Let's agree.
Go ahead.
Let's agree real quick. Let's say that every child that is born with that disability, which means that
holoprophenscephaly,
which I haven't researched it, but let's assume that they may be stillborn when they're born.
Okay.
Let's just stick to that one. Every woman who has that condition can have an abortion, and no other women can have abortions. Would you agree to that?
No, I would not.
So then, what are the other women doing?
I believe that
you get the bump and grind and pump and sweat with no consequences. Is that what you're saying?
But every woman who pumps and grinds, there are women where it was forced upon them.
Okay,
it was girls where it was forced upon them.
Let's say that those women, we agree that they're exempt.
No.
But everybody else no abortion.
No.
Why?
Any woman, any girl,
for any reason, can kill their baby.
That they want to have an abortion
for
should be allowed to do that.
That's insane.
That reason is her business.
No, it's not.
It is her business. It is not your business. It is not my business.
Let me tell you how
it is her business.
Let's do some
period. Now you know what I got to do? I got to go. No, because I'm a librarian. I got to go and do a librarian thing right now. So peace. Peace.
An entitled black liberal loses it on Officer Tatum, then makes a quick exit. Confrontation to flight in seconds.
You're gone. This whole country is mentally ill. This whole country is mentally fucking ill.
It's gonna be better than ever.
Yeah, because you're a racist piece of shit and you can't wait.
Can't wait.
You know what? When your social security is gone, you ugly piece of shit, you'll be the last one fucking laughing, not the rest of us. Oh my God, I know you can barely read, and you probably got a 6th grade level of education, you piece of shit. But I can tell the only joke around here is you, and look in the fucking mirror.
Stop it. You know, this is exactly why Trump got elected, for crazy people like you.
I'm not fucking crazy, okay? All right? I'm worried about the women in this fucking country. I know you can't care because you're going to go back and drink your beers in your fucking truck and not give a shit about anybody but yourself. But the rest of us have to fucking deal with your dumb shit that you fucking did to the rest of this fucking country.
Maybe try low-fat milk.
It's gonna get beautiful.
You're lucky I don't swing you in your fucking face, you ugly piece of shit.
Don't worry.
You sick.
Watch your profanity. A wokey woman completely loses her composure after Kamala's loss. Elections can really stir the pot.
There's this sense, right, that whiteness, right, is under threat. The demographic shifts. The country isn't what all of these racially ambiguous children on Cheerios commercials are confusing the hell out of me.
Hey, a lot of people voted because their life's too damn expensive, and it was here, and it.
They voted for. You're telling me, Stephanie, that all of these people who believe that their lives are, that bread is too high and eggs are too high, that they voted for a convicted fella, a guy who said we can grab the pea.
I think that a lot.
They voted for this guy.
I'm not defending it, but I think there are tons of people that don't pay attention to, and I'm not defending it, don't pay attention to politics at all. But while we live in the most prosperous country in the world, people are saying, life's not fair, I'm not doing well, my son's still living in the basement, I can't seem to get a job, I don't like the status quo, I'm voting for something else, and he.
I love you to life,
I love you.
but I do not believe that. I cannot believe that. And the reason I think you believe it is because you don't want to believe that that's what's really motivating them. It's always the case. People don't want to believe what the country actually is, because if they believe it, they're going to have to confront what's in them. I don't believe that. They voted for a crook, a person who they know is stealing from, just doing everything to undermine the so-called country that they love. And then they're telling us the BS that it's economics.
A delusional professor spreads his woke ideology in college. What are students really learning under his guidance?
I just don't get why we can't have Trump and Kamala both be president, and then Kamala is only president to the Kamala supporters, and then Trump is only president to the Trump supporters. And then we can find ways to identify one another, so then only the Kamala supporters get the Kamala's policies. I just feel like that would be way more fair, and I don't know why we haven't thought of it before. I don't know. You know?
This wokey wants both Kamala and Trump as co-presidents. Her reasoning, as hilarious as it is impractical.
Want to catch wokey moments in 4K? Watch till the end, subscribe, like the video, and comment wokies for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 or a cash prize. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for more chances to win.